Hello, and welcome to this webcast, which is presented by the Housing Voucher Management and Operations Division, known as HVMOD. My name is Jennifer Laverell, and I work in HVMOD. HVMOD is part of the Office of Public and Indian Housing. It's the office with responsibility for implementing regulations and other guidance related to the voucher program. The purpose of this webcast is to review the content of a recently published notice that offers implementation guidance to public housing agencies on several provisions from the Housing Opportunity Through Modernization Act of 2016, known as HOTMA. You may want to have the notice in front of you as we proceed. I'm joined by three others from HVMOD who will be presenting on various sections of the notice. I will introduce them in a moment. First, I'm going to take just a minute to provide some background on HOTMA and also a general overview of the PIH notice. As you may know, HOTMA was enacted into law in July of 2016. It made numerous changes to HUD programs. Among other things, it enacted a statutory definition of PHA owned. It also made several changes to the project-based voucher program. During this webcast, we will cover the content of the recently published PIH notice, which offers implementation guidance on these provisions. The department has published previous HOTMA-related guidance, and I'll just take a moment to remind you of these materials. In October of 2016, HUD published a Federal Register notice indicating which HOTMA provisions were effective immediately and which ones required further action by HUD to become effective or to be used by HUD program participants. In January of 2017, HUD published another Federal Register notice. This notice implemented several HOTMA provisions and sought public input on policy questions. The effective date of the provisions implemented in that notice was April 18th, 2017. And then finally, a July 2017 Federal Register notice made technical corrections to some of the provisions in the January notice. All of these materials are on the HOTMA Resources webpage at the URL shown at the bottom of the slide. You can see the address at the bottom. With some exceptions, the recently published PIH notice implements the HOTMA provisions related to the PBV program. And I'll mention the exceptions briefly. One provision authorizes a PHA to enter into a PBV HAP contract for any unit that does not qualify as existing housing and is under construction or recently has been constructed, regardless of whether the PHA and owner executed an agreement to enter into a HAP. Another provision authorizes the use of an operating cost adjustment factor for rent adjustments to PBV-assisted units. A third provision authorizes the use of owner-maintained site-based waiting lists for PBV units. And then finally, one of the provisions concerns environmental review requirements for existing housing. The PIH implementation notice also consolidates previous guidance on the PBV program. And I'm going to now go through some of that, review the items that we have consolidated in this notice. This slide we have included just so that you can have a sense of the notice that we are superseding in the PIH implementation notice. Notices PIH 2002-22 and 2006-16 are superseded in this notice. They address rent determinations for PBV units at properties financed with low-income housing tax credits. These notices are rescinded. PBV rents for tax credit units are determined in accordance with the regulation. Notice 2011-54 offers general guidance on the PBV program. Some pieces of this notice are changed by HOTMA and will be discussed during the webcast. Other pieces are unchanged and are simply included in Appendix 2 of the notice. Notice 2015-5 offers guidance on PBV reporting, calculating the percentage limitation, and the treatment of PBV-assisted units owned by PHAs. HOTMA changed the percentage limitation, and it revised the definition of PHA-owned units. The section of the notice dealing with PBV reporting is unchanged by HOTMA and is included in Appendix 3 with a few minor updates to incorporate VMS guidance unrelated to HOTMA. And then lastly, Notice 2015-10, dealing with the project basing of HUD-VASH vouchers, is superseded by HOTMA. Before I introduce the presenters, I want to take a moment to describe how the PIH implementation notice is structured. It is divided into attachments and appendices. Each attachment addresses one major topic area. For example, Attachment A addresses PHA-owned units. There are 4 appendices that cover the following topics: PBV program calculation instructions, PHA plan, administrative plan, and other PBV topics, reporting, and then HCV, homeownership, and PBV inspection requirements. This webcast is divided into segments. Each segment covers an attachment or an appendix. Okay, now we are ready to get into the substance of the notice. And let me just take a moment to introduce the subject matter experts who join me in presenting on the various HOTMA provisions. To my left is Phyllis Smelkinson. To my right is Amaris Rodriguez. And then to Amaris's right is Ryan Jones. Thank you for your attention to this segment.